Where's the cloud?
I don't know.
I would do the computer because then you'll be able to find it. I would worry on the cloud that you won't be able to find it.
Okay, guys. Well,
This
this is what
our picture. Hannah just said that. Okay.
Huh?
Sorry.
What?
Squirrel.
Squirrel?
That was a squirrel, sorry.
I don't have a clue what you're saying, but okay. All right, let me share the screen. All right, guys. So this is a little bit different. On this training, I had to do something different than what Melissa and I did, and we did QAR, or we did Lucy, I guess, just kind of looked at Lucy last time. Can y'all see the screen okay?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, oh, please don't do this to me. Why is it not going into full mood? Slideshow, resume slideshow. No. Okay, guys. So I was going to talk to y'all about comprehension because I know with STAR coming up, and even in math, this is this is a strategy that I learned in college called QAR. Have you guys heard of that? Have y'all heard of it? No? I can't see Carmen. I don't know why I can't see both of y'all. Okay, so it stands for question answer relationship. So it's a really great way for the kids to learn how to find the answers to questions without getting frustrated. So QAR is all about thinking. It says, it appears that students are learning how to take tests, not how to think. And I think that's how a lot of us feel these days, is that we're just teaching to the test. And so when QAR was developed, it's basically not a test prep per se, but it's just a powerful way for kids to think and be able to think through and all of their thoughts and to come up with answers on their own. So QAR is a way to help students figure out how to go about answering questions based on all content areas within their test. And I was thinking more of like a STAR passage, or the passages that we give them when we're getting them ready for that wonderful day. So students assume that every question's answer is directly stated somewhere. I don't know if you guys still feel like that in the grade level that y'all teach, but if they can't find it right there in the text, they tend to start freaking out and shutting down. So they spend far too much time looking for answers that are not right there, and then their frustrations mount, they shut down, and there's really nothing else we can do. So QAR kind of front loads the strategies for them to help them so that frustration never gets that far. So there are 4 basic kinds of QAR questions. A powerful strategy that will help them to understand the different types of questions that they're going to see on STAR, but also different types of questions that you guys ask them when you're in groups with them, whether it's in math, doing problem solving questions, or in reading. So how to effectively and efficiently approach the text based on the different question answer relationships. So guys, these are the 4. So I kind of attribute it to when you're thinking about like Bloom's taxonomy and the hierarchy of questioning. So on the right, you have questions that are in the book. So those are going to be more like your level 1 questions, which would be more like your remembering and analyzing questions that are going to be, the answers are going to be found right there. So inside of the book, they're going to find right there question and think and search. So right there is when the answer is found in one place. It says social studies and science, but it can be found in any kind of reading. Think and search is when they're going to find the answers, guys, but they're going to have to search through the book. The answers are going to be found in more than one place. Over here, guys, on the blue, that's going to be in my head. That's where the answers aren't going to be directly in front of them. That's when they're going to have to use their schema. So prior knowledge of what they already know, plus the clues that the author gives them. So they're going to have to find, it's called author and me. And then guys, on your own is nothing more than opinion. So the left side are like your easier level questions, and your right side are going to be your higher level questions. So I'm just going to go through. So right there questions are found in one place in the text. I'm just kind of go through this. I'm not going to read you all the whole slide. I'll send you guys the PowerPoint. But right there questions, guys, these are examples. Who was the president in 1884? So it's found in one place. It says how many dolls did she buy? I left that word out, but you can go to one place and just find that answer. Where did the Battle of Blue Ridge take place? Battle of the Bulge take place? So guys, these are all questions where the kids are just going to go into the book and find it right there. They're super easy lower level questions. So then you're going to go like to your level 2, and those are think and search. So if you get on here, guys, it says the information may be in multiple places in the text. So if they have like Puppy Bowl, for example, they may have questions in here and it's not going to be found, the answers aren't found in one place. They're actually going to have to go through and read through and find the multiple places where the answers might be. And that's where they start shutting down, guys. So think and search. In think and search, these are different examples. Explain the difference between solids and gases. So they're going to compare and contrast, and like in science, they're going to have to go look in multiple places. Give reasons why the boy chose to study instead of play after school. So the operative word would be like reasons. This is something I would have them, if this is a question, I would have them highlight reasons because they know they're going to have to go look in different places in the story. And then find evidence in the article that causes of pollution. So find evidence in the article. Again, they're going to have to go through and think and search for the answers. And then down here, guys, the last one, give at least 3 reasons the girl felt self-defeated. So again, they're going to have to go think and search. So it's kind of building up on the intensity of finding those answers. On the right-hand side is author and me. So these questions require you to use ideas and information that are not stated directly in the text. And this is where my kids tend to shut down or tend to get confused. So I go in a separate lesson and I start talking to them about schema and how their prior knowledge is, and then what they already know, they put that with the clues that the author's given them in the text, and they just kind of come up with we call it an inference. They're never going to find that answer directly in the text. So these questions require you to think about what you have read and formulate your own ideas or opinions, but they have to be reasonable. So within this, guys, this is when I go talk to them about reasonable and unreasonable answers. Different question stems for author and me would be things like, how might the Watson family be similar and different from your family? So the answers aren't going to be there. You're just going to have to come up with those reasonable answers on your own. How is living in Alaska different from living where you live? So the answers aren't going to be found there. You're just going to have to think about what you know about Alaska, what you've read about it, and then you're going to put those clues together, or the prior knowledge together to create your answers. So that's like the 3rd level of questioning. And then, guys, this one is your opinion, and this is what I tell my kids, because we go through QAR before we start, right when we get back from spring or from winter break, I'll start QAR with my kids, and they know that on my own is strictly my opinion. And though we're not teaching to test and we're teaching just those higher level skills just in real world to just have them be good thinkers, I let them know that on my own will never be on STAR. They're never going to ask you your opinion. And questions can be answered using your background knowledge on a topic. This type of question is the most infrequent question on tests of reading comprehension because it does not require you to refer to the text. It's simply just your opinion. So these are questions you might see. What are some different uses for a wooden frame? What are some ways that brothers and sisters help each other? Again, it's your opinion. What would you do if you found a kayak? It's just your opinion. What do you know about Arctic lands? It's just the things that you already know. Another example that I tell my kids is like in a question that said, how would you feel if? That's another opinion question or on my own question. So going on. Where is this not? Oh, there we go. So this is ways that I do use QAR, and I sent you guys some emails with some artifacts that you could use if you ever wanted to try it with your kids. But after instruction and modeling of the 4 basic question answer relationships, in small groups, give students a short passage. So I might give them something like Puppy Bowl and have them read the passage. I would tear the questions off, and then I would have them create questions on their own using this sort. Or you could take a passage on your own and you could create questions with right there, think and search, author and me, and on my own, and then they could cut them apart and sort them into the 4 quadrants. So that's just another activity that you can do with your kids. And then again, this is where I kind of attributed QAR created from Bloom's taxonomy. So remembering, understanding, and applying would be in the book, where analyzing, evaluating, and creating would be more of on my own or in my head. And then you've got your levels right here that'll help you if you want to go through Bloom's taxonomy. Again, remembering, understanding, applying is in the book, and then the bottom 3 are going to be your higher level questionings, which is in my head. So I left you guys some resources if you want to look through these. These are different things that'll help you study more on higher level questioning. Again, you can use these resources in math, science, social studies, whatever, because the kids are always trying to, they're always having to answer questions, whether, regardless of what subject it is. So these are actually some resources that I got from one of my teachers in my prior district that I came from. But if y'all ever want to come in and try QAR, or y'all ever want me to come in, and I'd love to show y'all more how the kids do it. It's a really helpful way for them to learn how to think. So
I would love to see it, because we don't, when they get to the Science Star, they're so surprised that it's so much reading and analyzing. And like, I want them to be prepared for that. But in my class, we never read that much. I mean, besides their textbook or like journaling. So I think I'd like to see it.
It's a really great strategy to use. I love it. And I know that nowadays we teach, when we first started teaching, we taught skills in isolation and then let them, flow into the lessons, I guess. We would teach inferring, we teach main idea, we teach whatever. But now it seems like we don't get to hit those isolated skills as much whole group. But this is definitely something that I do whole group, and because I just find that it helps them overall when we're trying, and even science is huge, like when they're getting ready to take that Science Star test, for them to be able to understand the ways to tackle those questions. So yeah, for sure. I would love to come in and show you guys if you ever want to see it. Yeah. So, but guys, thank you all so much. Did y'all have any questions about what? I'll send you guys the PowerPoint, and I sent you guys resources. Is there anything if there's anything that y'all need from me, or y'all have any other questions, just let me know.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Guys, thank y'all so much for coming in, and I will see y'all soon.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank y'all.